Hello, and welcome to Fortune Forecast channel for your daily tarot reading and more, where I use the wisdom of tarot to give you a general insight for the day. What I do is not magic. It is natural to all of us. We engage life through our senses, through images and numbers, and we process that information to choose what we will do next. I invite you to give yourself a few minutes of entertainment as I tap into the collective consciousness and interpret today's message. Thank you again for being with me, and feel free to leave your comments, like, and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. All right. Today is Thursday, February 3rd, 2002. And let's get the deck. A little activation here, a little shuffle. And let's go ahead and get into our first category, which will be, how will we be faring with money today? Money. Okay, so let's find out. Well, if you are making some investments, this is indicating some losses and possibly emotional buying that has caused these losses. So that's not a good thing. In the general arena, what we do see here is that we really need to watch every penny. We need to take a look at our income, take a look at our expenses. Are we spending more than we're making? I mean, is everything flowing out of our cup? I mean, like this, I could tell you that it is a positive indicator, but the way that this message is coming to us, showing a cup inverted, and what happens when we put a cup upside down, we lose its content. So it is important today to take a look at how you're spending your money. Do you have these little extra whimsical buys, that, it's just, you feel like, oh, did I really need to buy that? It turns out that you really didn't need to buy that. You just went out on a little splurge. That money could have started being stocked up for something else. So take a look at where the leak is. Find out. Seriously, sit down and write down all the expenses. And I know that if you have a family, it makes it a little bit harder. But if you sit down and talk about a challenge, a 30-day challenge, that we're going to really watch our spending and focus on that, you'll find out that maybe that extra pack of cigarette, or you didn't need to buy that whatchamacallit, and things like that. Or even with food, buying fresh food usually takes a little bit longer to prepare, but at the same time, you do save money. And going out to dinner, maybe you want to pull that back a little bit, So prices are going up. They're saying that products are slowly not becoming available. So it's putting us into a place where we really need to watch the money. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Relationship. Let's see where we're at with relationship. That is the next one. Relationship. Okay, and where are we with the relationship? Okay. Okay, so probably right about here. Let's find out. Okay. Well, you think that looking at this solemn person, this is a bad thing, but believe it or not, this is actually not as bad as you think. Because this way, he's walking away from a situation. But now, whatever that was, there's been some time. There's been time and distance that has allowed for healing to take place. And so you're in a different place, and so is the relationship. Whatever arguments you had, whatever disagreements, things that you didn't see eye to eye, now that there's been space between that incident, things don't look so bad. As a matter of fact, they're actually looking up. There's a little bit more contentment, a little bit more kindness, a little bit more healing. And this has softened the heart, and it has allowed for that. The other thing that I would like to share here is that, staying upset too long is not a good thing. So I'm glad to see that this is coming through in the area of relationship. Okay, so let's come to the next one. Let's come to the next one, and let's give the deck a little reactivation here, and we will now see what health looks like for us today. Health. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Okay, so right about here, I'm beginning to get a little tug on the energy. So what does it say about health? Okay, so we're looking out. We're looking out. I'm putting it over here. And what do we see? Well, if you tell me, this person doesn't see much prospects out there. But on a more positive note, we have to make sure that we are being nourished, because take a look at this. This looks pretty barren out here. Maybe the land looks a little bit dry, but there's some water there. But this is upside down. So let's remember what's happening here. This card is a little bit, in that sense, letting us know that maybe our energy is being depleted. And it's very important for us, if we want to grow, if we want to attract, if we want to create, we need to make sure that our health is in optimal condition. So as you can see, these are sunsetting kind of mood here, and also kind of that indication that, maybe you've been just using up your energy too much. And it's important for you to pull yourself back and take a look at, am I putting my time and my energy with people and on projects that are just not going anywhere? So when you have the answer to those questions, you'll be able to allocate time for yourself so that you can rest and feel better. You really need to manage your time. You need to get some rest, and you need to make sure that you're contributing to your well-being as well. Okay. Okay, our next one that's coming up will be career. What's it looking like for all of us in reference to our jobs, our education, our businesses that we're starting, and our projects? What is that looking like? So let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Top one right here. Okay, well, guess what? Today looks really good. In the sense that we need to kind of reassess the things that we are trying to pursue, because sometimes, as you can see, this one is actually upside down. For a minute there, it took me by surprise. This is usually a go card, an action card, a let's make things happen card. But now, because these sticks are flying in the opposite direction, and they're falling from, from its foundation here. So things are not looking so good when it comes to the career, to education, to your projects and plans that you're trying to put through, partnerships and things like that. Maybe things are just not lining up the way that they should be, or that the way that you wanted them to line up. So it's important that you really dedicate yourself to your goal. You need to recommit to what it is that you want, redefine it. Sometimes we have to admit we are lazy. We want to slack off and we want to blame everybody else but us because things are not happening the way we want at work or with our education or, with the partnerships and with our entrepreneur business. It's like, okay, well, I'm trying to get this little thing on the side going, but I don't have time for it. Well, if you really want it, you make the time. You make the time. So it's really important to assert yourself, to, make that commitment and find that inspiration that's going to give you that energy to get back up again. Okay. So slow down on it. You might not get the news that you want, but most of it definitely is in your control as far as that mental mindset and taking action. Okay, what is the next one that we're going to do? It is going to be travel. Do we have anything positive on travel? That'll be interesting. Okay. Okay, so let's do the travel. My hands are traveling. Where is my hand going to travel to? Ooh, let's travel over here. Okay. Oh man, we have been stumped with this travel. We've been stuck. We can't go anywhere. This is the Chariot, obviously, which shows even transportation and balance, but things are just not falling into place for us to go anywhere. This is like telling us, you need to stay. You shouldn't be traveling far. You should not be making any big plans right now, and just kind of really, stay the course and stay in your backyard. Don't go too far. That's what we are told here as far as this consecutive message. And even though we have the desire, this is not the time. We're not totally in control of things, and that's okay. You know what? That's how we kind of become malleable to the situation and not allow our emotions to take us in. But those travel plans, don't be too upset that it's really important right now, the way the climate of things. Best is just to keep it local. Okay, so now what is the arching message for all of us, the collective message? What is that? So let's find out what that's going to be. Looking forward to seeing what that's going to be. Okay. Little activation here. Now, what do we have here? What do we have? Which one are we going to be drawn to? We're gonna, right about here. Maybe this one over here, underneath it. Okay, sounds like a plan. So the theme, this one already came up, and we're again being asked about that truth, about integrity. It's about that commitment to that deeper core of ourselves, the higher self, and staying true to these values as it relates to demonstrating that we do have faith, demonstrating that we do have forgiveness in our heart, demonstrating that we're not going to be worried about so much, oh, am I going to get that job, oh, I've just lost some money here, what do we have here, and at the end of the day, there is a lot that's in our control, and it is demonstrating that integrity, that we have faith, and living with that faith, and having that integrity to stand tall despite the challenges that are being placed in front of us. Can you speak your truth and can you walk your truth? I think we can. Well, thank you so very much for joining me here for our daily tarot reading here at fortuneforecast.com. And if you like what you are seeing on here, please take a moment, like and share and subscribe to my channel. And you know what? I am really excited as we come to get to know each other slowly. That's how we do it. And I will be back here tomorrow and to share with you the vibe for tomorrow. So have yourself a beautiful day and step into your truth.